Hey guys, what's up? And thank you for clicking on my video and welcome to the part 6 tutorial in your Photoshop training. And guys, in today's tutorial we're gonna discuss about masking, or basically I'm gonna teach you about masking in Adobe Photoshop. And if you people know a little bit about masking, you will understand what are we gonna learn. But for all those beginners, okay, who do not know what masking is, this is a small example of what masking can do to the images, okay. Alright, so here we have, guys, this one lovely beautiful shot of this beach and this one tree, and I have this another photo of this lovely lady with her goggles or her sunglasses. And when I have I have used a little bit of Photoshop on them, and I have come up with this image. And if I press my right arrow key, you'll see that in her goggles we before were able to see her eyes, and now we have bought this tree, and this tree is this tree right here. Okay, so let's take a look, guys, at how did we do it, and also that what masking is. And yeah, in today's tutorial, people, I'm also going to show you one of the very important selection technique, right? One very, it's kind of like a tool tip, you can say, because I'm going to show it to you how do we do it, right? Alright, so I'm going to press Ctrl O for bringing in my images. I'm going to select these images. And yeah, guys, if you guys are wondering that if you wanted to work with these images and try out my video, want to work along with me, the link to download these two images is going to be in the description, so you can go ahead and download them from there. Alright, so just do it and follow with me. I'm going to press Ctrl 0 for fit in view. I'm going to do the same for this image, and awesome. Okay, now what I always like to do is, people, I'm actually going to work on this image a little bit, okay, and after working in, I'm going to explain you about masking, so please bear with me. Now when I whenever I come into Adobe Photoshop, I always like to remove this. I like to unlock a layer, okay. So double click, press OK, Ctrl 0. Then what I need to do is I need to create a new layer, actually a duplicate. So instead of pressing Ctrl D, it is Ctrl J in Adobe Photoshop, okay. So we have a perfect duplicate. Now I'm going to remove the visibility of this layer 0, okay, so that so that it doesn't get in the way, and I always have an original of my original photo. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in this beach shot. Make sure that you have selected your selection tool, hold on the Alt key, and you'll see that your mouse pointer just changes to this 2 arrow headed thing, okay. So click on it, and if you drag, you'll see that you are creating a duplicate. Now you can let go of the Alt, and I'm going to drag it all the way to the second tab, and I'm going to let go. Awesome. I'm going to come back to my first image. I'm going to close it, the B shot, because I don't need it anymore. I'm going to perfectly align it to this part. Awesome. Yeah. Wait a second. Okay. Okay, fine. I'm okay with it. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the visibility of this beach shot. And guys, masking is very important, alright, and you need to have some basic understanding of selections also, okay. So if you guys have no understanding or do not know what selection is or what are the selection tools in Adobe Photoshop, or if you if you would like to know more about it, I've made a full-on explaining tutorial about selection, in which I have explained about all the selection tools, okay, of Adobe Photoshop. It's my part 4 tutorial. That the link is going to be in the descriptions, in the description of my video, under the tab which says more Adobe Photoshop tutorials. So it's my tutorial video. Go ahead and watch that, and you'll be awesome. I'm going to press the W key on my keyboard for switching to the selection tool. I'm going to quickly select this part of her goggle, and wait a second, I'm going to press Ctrl C because I didn't do that much of a job. I'm going to increase the size of my brush, and wait a sec, guys. I'm going to press Ctrl D. Something is not right. Oh yeah, that's because we haven't selected this layer. Awesome. Now it's gonna go good. Yeah. And yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and quickly do it. And if you want some precise selections, you can just zoom into the photo by using the keyboard shortcuts Control plus and Control minus, or if you have changed your settings in the preferences like I have, you can use the stroller wheel also. And you can just change the size of the brush also if you would want, okay. some precise selections, and I'm just gonna quickly select the part of a class. And guys, you can just go ahead and download these images and walk along with me if you want to understand about masking. Alright, now guys, I have created my selection. Now before I get into masking this thing, what I would like to do is I would like to save my selection, okay? And this is the awesome technique which I was talking about earlier in this video. Go to the select menu and do save selection. Now what that does is, people, it will actually save these selections which we had done on our classes, because we are actually going to need this thing. You can name it anything you want. I'm going to press 01, alright, and keep the channel as new, okay? Do not change it to layer 0 copy mask. Make sure it is new and press OK. Now guys, even if you lose the selection anyhow, say if you press Ctrl D by mistake, so you will always have the selection, okay, under the select menu and load selection. Just go over there, channel will be 01, right, and press OK, and you will have those selections. Awesome. Bringing the visibility of this tree, go down to select, load selections, 01, and make sure that that the invert command is not checked in. Press OK, and this is the place, people, where I'm gonna mask, okay, I'm gonna start masking my images. Now what the mask will do is, people, and actually let me just show you how do you do the mask, and then I'll explain, okay, what exactly it does. Under the layer panel, people, there is going to be a button, okay, which looks kind of like a rectangle with a small circle in it. That's the masking button, which says add layer mask. If you click on it, people, okay, but make sure guys that you have selected, okay, that you have selected the part of the image which you want to mask properly. Make sure that the layer has been selected, okay, on which you want the mask to be applied, right? And then click on this add layer mask button. If you click on it, you will see that everything else goes away and only that part remains, okay, only that part remains which was there in the selection. So masking, what it does is, people, if you have selected an area, okay, and if you have if you have selected and then you press add a layer mask, in the layers panel, people, in the same layer, on on the right hand side of that layer, it will add this one rectangle which has this black color and some white patches in it. Now those black color and the white patches are actually colors, and they actually mean a lot. Actually, make sure guys that you have selected the layer, and inside the layer, people, you have actually precisely selected this layer mask, okay? If people, I switch to my brush tool, alright, if I press my B key, and make sure guys that your selection, that your foreground color is white right now. Yeah, and I'm going to reduce the size of my brush. Now what does this mean, people? Okay, white in the world of masking, people, in Adobe Photoshop, white means reveal and black means block, the color black. Okay, so if I take my brush tool and if I paint around in this image, like say on her goggles, you'll see that, like, since my color, my foreground color is white right now, I am actually painting into the layer mask, okay, and I am revealing the the beach photo which is actually below, which is actually being hidden by this layer mask. So if I keep on continue painting, okay, because my foreground color is white right now, you will see that I am painting and I am revealing the part of the image which was blocked by the layer mask. And if you see, if I keep on going painting and painting, you'll see that that I have revealed the whole image. Now I don't want that, and you can of course take a look at the thumbnail of your layer mask, okay, to understand what's happening on your image. I'm gonna press Ctrl Z right now, and if that doesn't work, Ctrl Alt Z, Ctrl Alt Z again, Alt Z, till the time you get back to the image, okay. And similarly guys, if you have black in your foreground image or in your foreground color, then what you'll be doing is that you will be blocking or taking away, okay, from this selection, the selected part of the image. So say guys, if I have this, and actually I'm going to reduce the size of my brush. So say people, if I paint into this image which is right now being revealed, okay, say if I just kind of because the image right now has very crisp kind of a border, so just to smoothen out the border, people, if I paint on the edges of that photo, you'll see that I am actually removing away, okay, or blocking all the parts of her, of the tree which were there. So this kind of image is really easy to work with, because I really don't want you people to, I really didn't want you guys to, to take on some advanced project. But guys, this kind of a technique is really important in Adobe Photoshop, because, and what just happened, yeah, I by mistakenly came a little bit too far. I'm gonna press my layer, add the layer mask again, and as you can see, and that's the reason, guys, I was I wanted to teach you about colors and brushes before I taught you about layer masks. So now get so that's the explanation for layer masks, okay. And this kind of a image, this kind of a technique, people, is really used, and is very important when you want to create some really nice special effects, okay. So let's just complete what we have over here. I'm going to zoom into her eyes, and like I said, guys, you can see that the image that we have marked out right now has this very, this crisp kind of a border. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change my foreground color to white, okay. And guys, I'm going to go down to my property bar, so that I can understand what parameters I have. And I'm going to reduce the hardness right now to say some. Actually, I'm going to reduce hardness all the way to 0, and I'm going to increase the size of the brush. And for doing that, guys, I'm going to use a keyboard shortcut, okay. Now the reason I'm doing, wait a sec, something's not right. Yeah, and as you can see, guys, that we are actually revealing the other part of the images, but this is actually too light. The hardness of the brush is too low, so I'm going to increase the hardness a little bit. As you can see, guys, that we are painting right now. And actually, guys, this is going a little bit too far, because the size of the brush is a little bit too much. Okay, awesome. It's going good right now. It's going good. And the best part, people, about layer mask is that that even if you have made some problems, or even if you have goofed up in selecting any part of an image, you can always layer mask it, okay. And again, guys, right now, as you can see, this part right here is absolutely not needed. So I can, of course, just paint over it if I press my X key to change the colors right now. If I change it to black, which means block, B stands for black, B stands for block, I can just smoothly take away part from it. So instead of deleting pixels, people, that is a very wrong thing. Nobody should delete something, okay. You can always use layer masks, to cover up for your mistakes, okay. So I would say layer mask is like really awesome, and this technique is really important, okay, when you will be working with Adobe Photoshop a lot. So I'm just gonna quickly, now I'm gonna take up the speed of quickly painting the thing, because I don't want to take too much time to do this. And what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna select, and I'm gonna bring in load selection 0 1 and press OK. So I can actually have the understanding of where is this extract being taken, okay. And I'm gonna press Control D, because actually Control Z also, because that's the wrong thing I did. Okay, so awesome. Control D once again. Mistake. It's all about the hardness, guys. Right now, the hardness doesn't need to be that low. Still wrong. Control reduce the hardness a little bit more. And right now it may be really looking mad, because I just made this whole thing big. Actually, what I feel is that you can always paint a little bit more in, and then then you can nicely remove the crisp edges, right? As you can see a little bit. And guys, yeah, the one good thing is that that you should always let go of your brush more times, again, always make more clicks, so that you can have multiple undos. Because if I take this whole thing right now, and then if I make some changes, as in I made some mistake, and if I press Ctrl Z, you'll see that the whole thing comes back. So always leave some gaps for yourself, let go of things, right, so that you can have multiple undos with yourself. And you can see that we do not need all that much. And created, okay. I'm just gonna paint a little bit over there. Okay, looks good to me. Just a little bit over here. and say I need to just crop down that thing right there. Awesome. Okay, not that great because we have some mistakes right here. Ah, shit. I'm ready right now, guys. Not getting it done that great. And this kind of thing really takes a little bit time. So I'm not gonna do it on this image. I'm gonna skip to the part where I've actually done it, and I'm gonna click on it, and here we have it, guys. Okay, neatly done. Right, this is a place neatly done. I have actually done it properly. And but in this image also, guys, we have some mistakes made, because you can see this part right here has not been covered. Same with this part, and we actually have made some mistakes in revealing this greenery on this finger, which is not supposed to be there. So again, guys, press the B key again. Yeah, sorry, it's over here. And always remember on which layer mask are you actually working on, because that can be really important. And yeah, no, black blocks, and we right now need something to reveal. So I'm gonna press the X key to interchange my colors, and you can see, you can just yeah, and just a little bit with this thing right here also. Okay, and we have a little bit of greenery over here. But over here, guys, if I press with my right key, as in if I paint with my white color, you'll see that I'm actually revealing the greenery in the image. So we don't need that. I'm gonna press the X key again to interchange my colors, and we need black to hide that thing. And awesome, we have it right there. And then what I've done is, people, I have actually duplicated the original layer once again. I have made the original layer go up on top of this beach layer. I have loaded my selection, load selection. I have loaded my selection, and then I have masked that selection also. And when I had done masking that, I have changed the blending mode from multiply to overlay. So there you have it, guys. Okay, a quick effect and the basic explanation for masking. Okay, so thank you for joining me on this video, guys. Please subscribe me if you haven't, and please like this video. And thank you for joining me on this video, guys. Thank you.